cares at home. Leave your cares at home. Do your 2 step, get your groove on. This is feel good music, you can move on. Relax, stress free, leave your cares at home. Leave your cares at home.
Yes, yes, yes. What's up, everybody? We are here again on a Tuesday night for the Keto Cookout, where we hang out and talk about nothing. And I'm here with my favorite person to chill, grill, or kill with. It is my girl, Laura Russell, Healthy Carnivore. We give you some applause there. You know you deserve it. You deserve all the applause. Yeah. We just let that run for an hour straight. You just deserve all of it. You are one of my favorite humans, and it's always good to be with you. How you doing? I haven't talked to you in a while. It's been a few weeks there in the rotation. How are things going? What's new?
It's busy. Let's see. What's new? If I wanted to be exactly honest, I would say our healthcare system, if I thought it couldn't get any worse, continues to prove me wrong every day.
Yeah.
It's disheartening.
We talk about standard American doctors, but we talk about standard American diet all the time, of course, but standard American doctors are, in many cases, part of the problem as well. So do you have go ahead, do you have a specific kind of story, or something in general, or new policy at the hospital? Or
well, I think it seems to be the policy with about everywhere, because we get patients from like University of Iowa, Northwestern Chicago, Mayo's, Barnes Jewish in St. Louis. And we predominantly keep seeing people sent home that we have to, we're supposed to go admit the next day, and we have to send them directly back or to the emergency room because they are so sick. They were not anywhere near close to being able to come home. Medication list not accurate. I actually called the hospital today and said, I'm going to admit this patient tomorrow. Can I get a report on this person? Because I don't know this person from Adam. And she goes, well, I've been in this job for 3 months. I've never had anybody ask for a report. Well, I've been doing it for almost 22 years, and I've always asked for a report, because I said, otherwise I'm going in somebody's home kind of blind. I mean, I can carry, I carry a big, book bag with supplies in it, but it's not a MASH unit. I kind of need to know what to do. But they just
supplies. Supplies. Is that what you call your pistol? Is that what you? Is that what?
I don't take any of those with me. Yeah, and it's funny because the county that I serve, they I don't have to bring anything because they are well-rounded people when it comes to home protection. So
right.
But we do get to talk about them. But yeah, so when I worked in the hospital 2 years ago, I thought, oh, it can't get any worse than this. I left the system because of how bad it was. And predominantly I see that it actually has gotten worse. And I'm just like, what is happening? And it doesn't even seem to matter the age. I had a lot of people say, yeah, once you hit 60, they really stop caring about you as a human in these systems. But I'm seeing it with 45-year-olds, 50, 56-year-olds, all the way up to 98-year-olds. So yeah, it's been kind of a trying week.
Yeah, well, hopefully you can forget all about that here. Come on in here and get silly with us.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
We got the Quack Man is in the house. Let's get quacking. The Quack Man will be here next week with me in the Keto Cookout. And we always appreciate my man Rick down there doing his thing. As always, folks, if you want to come in the stream and say, hey, we got the link in the chat. Otherwise, you can sit back and listen to the tomfoolery. I think friend Aid, is that it? Or I know I can't get the listen. I was a D student. Aid, please don't for just 1 minute be upset. I listen. I am an idiot. That's why I have Laura here with me. So just, bear with me. I do the best I can. I can't learn anything. See, I have to stay an idiot because people depend on me to be that. And I cannot let them down. So I can't learn too much and I can't ever be too smart because I will disappoint all my subscribers and all the people who know how much of a moron I am. So I have to be consistent.
Mhm.
Karen is here. Hello, Karen. It's so good to see you. Donna's here. Appreciate you being here, hanging out with us. Nay, nay. My girl is in the building doing what we do here. Eat a standard diet and get a standard medical care. That's exactly right. I talk to people all the time doing my evangelism, and I tell you the thing that makes me want to choke somebody is how easily and how comfortable they are with just giving you a pill for everything. It's just, listen, I'm not against medication. Obviously,
Me too.
medications, that's important.
Yep.
And you can argue that I can need some medication. But it's just they're so comfortable with it. It's just like, I've had friends and people just, well, you're just going to be a diabetic. It's not a big deal. You can manage it. We have great drugs. We have great, you don't, and I'm just like, type 2 diabetics. It's like you don't have to be stuck with diabetes like a bad timeshare contract. Okay, you don't have to be stuck with it. You can reverse it. High fat, high protein, low carbohydrate diets. I was in full evangelism mode today. It interrupted my day, but happily, I'm always happy. I was working and I got a call from an associate, and one thing led to another. I was kind of eating my lunch while I was talking to them. One thing led to another. And, I was eating, which, by the way, what are we eating out there these days, guys? If you want to put in the chat, what are we eating this week? What did you make this week? We'll talk about that in a minute. But I had some oxtails and ground beef and some beef sausages. I was eating, and I stopped eating red meat 25 years ago. And it gives you cancer, and it tears your kidneys up, and tears your liver up, and every other kind of thing. And man, family, you'd have been proud. I went right into Dr. Barry somewhere smiling down on me. I hit him right between the eyes with it. No, it doesn't. And
Yep.
So we went back and forth and round about, you need vegetables and you need fruits, and this is this is what we're meant to do, and we're not supposed to eat animals, we're not supposed to kill. I'm like, you're out of your mind. This is ancestral appropriate. I didn't say that. It actually, we've talked about this before. Whenever I get into conflict or whatever with vegetarians, vegans, because again, I grew up Seventh-day Adventist. So I know a lot of vegetarians, interact with a lot of vegetarians and vegans. And if they're respectful, I'm respectful, which honestly, the Seventh-day Adventist community, because again, as I've said many, many times, most of them are not vegetarians. 70% of them eat meat. So it's not usually the Seventh-day Adventists that give me attitude or give me nasty, get nasty about it. It's the atheist vegans, It's those folks that are rabid and start going sideways on you about, killing animals and the genocide of the bovine community and, all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And for me, if a person really has questions or things like that, I will communicate with them in a, respectful way. But if they start going nuts, I just get ridiculous. I'm always on the edge. I'm always right on the edge of going into full clown mode. Okay, so it doesn't matter what I'm doing. It doesn't matter where I'm at. It doesn't matter what we're talking about. I am on the razor's edge of going into full-on moron mode. Okay, so it's like, don't push me. Because
it's not a far push.
No, it's not a drive. It's more like a putt. So yeah, I'll just start clowning. I'll just start, just saying ridiculous things and just giving them that ridiculous energy. Because it is, I remember I was watching a debate with Dr. Chafee one time, and they just started in about, what do you think about the genocide of animals? What do you think about what if somebody raped you and cut your throat and bled you out and ate you? And I mean, it just went on and on. And God bless Chafee, man. That's my guy. That's my buddy. And I teased him about it, and I told him one time, I said, dude, you're a terrible debater. He said, you think so? I said, yes. I said, because you don't speak moron. You don't understand. I said, I speak the native tongue. I am a full-blooded idiot. I said, you come in with facts and statistics and reports and data. The morons don't care about that, man. You gotta know how to get down in the mud and speak. I will coach you up on how to speak idiot. Okay, when you learn that, throw all that science out the window, man. Get down in the gutter. And he started laughing. He thought it was so funny. He said, but you're right, because it's like they don't care. You can cut data and stats. They just go on and on about the genocide of this and that and the climate change and the global warming. And yeah.
All about their feelings.
Yeah. So it's like, you gotta you got to know how to get in the mud with them and that, and not be afraid to. But I understand that. See, he's classy and dignified, and he's everything that I'm not. So I get it. It's the night the Lord sends you, Russ. That'd be a negative ghostwriter.
No.
But I may or may not be in a singing mood. If you put something in the chat, put a request in the chat, and who knows, maybe your man will carry a tune for you.
I was going to say, Lord that cannot sing.
I have been known to carry a tune.
That's good. I'm glad somebody has the skills.
I don't carry it very far. I drop it pretty quick. But I have been known to carry a tune, and I might just bust out into a song at any given point in time. I told you I'm on the edge. Ribeyes for dinner. Yes, I've got, like I said, I had beef sausages, and I had some scrambled eggs. I got some ground beef and oxtails. And let's see. The CEO of Seventh-Day Global loves vegans. His kids are at Yale, and his wife has a new job. Yeah. Well, they don't. It's the General Conference is the actual, and they have a president. But, like I said, man, the Evans get a little bit of a bad rap. Like I said, 7 out of 10 aren't vegetarian. And all the writings and all the things that people talk about literally are almost 200 years old. I mean, Ellen G. White died 150 years ago. I mean, it's not something that's like, But, hey, you can't deny that those things were written in that. And I think, honestly, they were trying to do the right thing, just like vegans and vegetarians today. I think most of them really think they're doing the right thing, but like I said, we know better. We don't kill animals. We love them. We put them to sleep. That's right, with or without a shotgun
or a bow.
Some people use a bow. Some people just jump on their backs and take a big bite out of them. Carnivores eat for health.
I think Rick does.
Vegans eat for an ideology. It's one of those things, Dr. Berry has talked about this, and I definitely feel the same way. People who go vegetarian and vegan, most of them, of course, there's always the zealot, there's always the wacko and the weirdo. Most of them are not that. And I interact with them. Most of them really believe they're doing it for their health. And again, it goes back to what we were talking about before with the standard American doctors. Doctors are telling people this. So it's not like there's just some weird, crazy, conspiracy. I mean, the medical community is behind this. If you go to most doctors, they're going to tell you, oh, go on plant-based. That's great. I mean, I watch some of these guys online. I mean, everybody knows the popular ones, Furman and Greger and these guys. They don't talk about ideology per se, not really. They talk about,
I would say, the last few vegans that I've had kind of come at me, like try to email me, or I had one try to call me. I was like, if it's not a number I know, you know how it is. I don't pick
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
And if you leave me a message, I call you back. If you don't leave me a message, I don't know to call you back. Just saying, Russ. um, yeah, but I did have quite a few reach out after I did the Dave Mack video. And they were very ideologic. It wasn't because I said, look,
Yeah.
I did some vegan because I thought it was better for my health. I did the keto
Yeah.
thinking it was better. And they didn't want nothing to do with it. It was all
Yeah.
about what you're doing to the planet and you're killing
Yeah.
an animal. And you know
Yeah.
me, I'm like, honey, I live in the middle of where they're growing
Yeah.
all your crap. I can tell you how, and I just give them the facts, but they don't care.
Yeah.
They
No, no.
literally don't care. So,
Listen,
yeah,
they exist. I'm not saying they don't
yeah,
exist. I'm
yeah,
saying it hasn't been my experience. That it's like those zealots are a very loud minority.
yeah, and they are
I
loud.
do, yes, they're a loud minority, but I tell them all the same thing. If God didn't want us to eat animals, He wouldn't have made them out of meat. You know.
That's right.
So I mean, it's
Yeah,
just it's what it is. But that's not been my experience with the vast majority of vegans and vegetarians I talk to. Like I said, they
yeah,
really believe that they're doing something for their health. They've been advised to do it by a doctor. They've
yeah,
been reading, they've been watching videos just like we did, many of us, when we started
yep,
this lifestyle. We watch videos and we read and we hear results. And you can go online. There are hundreds of people who talk about reversing their diseases with a plant-based diet. There are people on there, just like, we talk about Rick all the time, 40 years. And I saw a video, of a lady that's been a vegan for 50 years. Looks great. She says she's healthy. I want to see the blood, of course. But, you know, again, Dr. Berry talks about it, and I think I really like his stance on it. And I like the way he approaches it. I like the way Dr. Berry approaches most everything. And he just says, listen, anybody that's willing to change their diet for their health is somebody, I mean, that's fertile ground. You don't assume they're a wacko, don't assume they're a weirdo, unless they prove that to you. But most people go vegan, go vegetarian because they care, because they're looking for answers. And their doctor has told them to do it, or a friend or relative has told them to do it, or they read a book or saw a video, or whatever the case may be. And they start down this path. And here's the other part where I guess it gets, if they're eating a standard American diet and they go to a plant-based whole food diet, they
they're
will
gonna feel
see
better.
improvement.
Yeah,
They
that
will
is true.
see improvement. So
Yep.
they're like, man, this changed my life. I used to eat all the junk food. I started eating beans and brown rice and blah, blah, blah. And I felt better and I lost a few pounds and this had great. But that's, in the spirit of the Olympics, that's, the bronze medal
Yeah.
package there. That's the, you can go silver and you can go gold. You don't have to be stuck with the bronze. So, again, when I'm talking to a person that does care about their health, and the person I was talking to today was that she was
Yeah.
not adversarial, she was not accusatory,
Right.
she wasn't nasty. I hit her with so many different things that she didn't know, didn't understand about ketogenic living. And that's, how I do. I don't go hardcore meat.
Yeah.
I go
Yeah.
hardcore, high fat, high protein, low carbohydrate, because
Yep.
that is the proper human diet. Yes, for some people that's lion diet. Other people like a little bit of fruit or vegetables, whatever. But if you're high fat, high protein, low carb, you're going to have way better health than, than most people. So, that's the thing. K Hill's in the building. Greetings, brother. Greetings. How were them oxtails last week? He said he was going to make oxtails, and I was too. That's
Yeah.
how we. I'm tired of being alone. I
Oh, there you go.
don't. That's Al Green. I don't know the words to that song, and I barely know the melody. But I know I'm so in love with you. Whatever you
Mhm.
want to do, it's all right with me. There you go. How about that?
Mhm.
Uh, so somebody wanted
Very
Al
good. Very
Green.
good. Mhm.
We'll hit something else a little bit later. Says Laura, are you drinking Bud Light tonight?
Water. Plain Jane.
Well, that's what
Structured
beer.
water.
That's what hardcore beer drinkers call light beer, water.
That's probably true. I haven't had a beer in, I can't even tell you how long. Long time.
I have been drinking little bits of beer here lately. I think I told you the story. I can't remember. I can't remember. I'm old. I
Michelob
can't remember
Ultra.
things. Yes, listen. I have a great memory. It's the recall that I have trouble with. But yes, it's 3 carbs, and on the weekends a little bit. I owe that to my sister. My sister got me doing that. I hadn't seen my estranged sister for 30 years. She came to my house, for those who don't know the story, and said, have a beer with me. And I said, I think I will. And I, of course, did the research because I'm like, how bad is this? Is this a misdemeanor on the scale of the transgression scale? It's a felony. What am I doing here? And it's like 3 carbs. I'm like, oh, okay, I can do that. So, and I'd say 1 or 2 on the weekends, but yeah. So I drink a little bit of beer.
In fact, the last time I did drink a beer, and it probably was a Michelob Ultra when they first came out. I'm so allergic to like barley and hops and all of that stuff. Oh boy. I mean, instantly red-faced, itching. And I'm like, forget. Like if I was going to ever have a drink, it's going to be
whiskey.
Probably like Jack Daniels.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly.
And it's going to be straight. I don't do anything mixed with anything.
Yeah.
It's just going to be get to the point.
I know you want to put on that wobbly boot. I already know how that goes.
That's right.
Speaking of wobbly boot, look everybody, look who it is.
Hey. How you guys doing?
It is my man.
Good to see you,
Brett.
Yeah.
Who's your carnivore, brother? It's good to see you as always.
Yep, good to see you guys too. Again, this is what happens when you put a link in the.
Absolutely, man. Hey, listen, we love it. This is a cookout, man. Come on in, hang out with us. We talk about nothing. We laugh, we love, we learn, we laugh some more. We laugh some more.
Yeah.
We laugh some more.
We laugh at right.
Cleanly shaved face. No. I shaved this morning with Laura's tallow lotion, and it's wonderful stuff.
Did you sharpen up a ribeye bone? What did you say?
There you go.
Sharpen up a ribeye bone and use some of that. Laura's, the tooth powder, you can use that too. It'll burn the hairs off your face if you.
I use the tooth powder. Yeah, I use the tooth powder, and I washed my hair with her tallow-based shampoo bar.
I'm kidding. Laura's gonna sue me. She's gonna sue me if I keep talking about last week. She was in the chat last week. I said it burned a hole in my sink, which is not true. It was just a joke. You know me. You can't take me too seriously.
It's fine.
Yes, she has great products. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna change the banner right now because I love her more than broccoli or carrots.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
Any of that kind of
positive.
Stuff. Yes, I do. I love you way more than broccoli or carrots. Are you kidding me? So yes, RussellBrands.com. If you are stinky or ashy, she will get you together, man. She's got the lotions and the potions and the tooth powder
and the tinctures.
Yeah, no, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know anything. No, hey, listen, nobody's nobody touching my tincture unless we are. Yeah.
Well, you wait till this cold season. You get a cold, you may be going, hey, send me some of that elderberry tincture.
I have some. You sent me some. It's way on the other side of the house. It's in.
It isn't dangerous. I promise you, you're not going to take it, and next thing you'll be on the Bud Light commercial. You'll be okay. I
Yeah,
promise.
exactly. I would. Yeah, I take a couple of drops of that. Next thing you know, I'm braiding hair and doing hopscotch. It's like,
Oh gosh,
no,
that'd be
no.
something to see.
Listen. I think I will be okay with the with the strep throat or whatever. You know, I mean, I'm just again. If I did take a couple drops of tincture, I would take it
We'd
to
never
my
know.
grave. I'd take it
Yep.
to my grave. I'm telling you right now. I would not come on these internets and say, "Oh, I felt sick, so I took some tincture." No, no. Oh, I
Not
wish I
gonna
had. Oh,
happen.
I'm so weird. Oh, I wish I had some tincture. If I just had some tincture, I'd feel so much better. No, no. Me and Brett, we listen. I might, you know, we get sick. We eat gravel, rocks. That's what we do. You know, we eat rocks.
When I get sick, I fast, and I
Me
get
too.
over it.
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't do.
Get
I
over
don't
it
do
pretty
that.
quick.
Yep.
I don't
Yep.
do that.
That's I have told people that before that, um when the last pandemic was happening and at work we were 12, 16-hour shifts having to wear, the mask and rebreathing your own crud for those hours, that I'm a strep carrier. So I had strep 4 times in 21. And the fourth time I refused to go on an antibiotic. I'm like, I'm done. Like, I don't like to have antibiotics. They just do so much other damage in the system. I mean, if it's life threatening, that's one thing. And that's when I started really getting into making like elderberry tincture and fermented garlic and honey, which is also one you can do. And I just started treating it
You
that
see
way
that
and
some of
fasting.
yeah, I see some of that. Now, why don't you send me some of that? See, now that's
Well, you
something a
didn't
grown
ask for
man.
that.
That's something a grown man can get behind. Fermented stuff. Yeah, fermented stuff. That's yes. Now that is something that John Wayne would do. Fermented garlic. No, you send me
It's probably
tincture.
true.
Yeah. So it's like no, it's yeah. My man Kel said I didn't make them because oxtails. We're talking about oxtails.
Oh,
I didn't make them because the grocery store had ribeyes on sale. But what, you ain't got a freezer, brother? You gotta, you
nice.
gotta. What do you just? My man said, no. Look, I don't put nothing in the freezer, dog. I bring it home. I bring it home and eat it, just like I killed it in the field. I ain't mad at you.
$9 a pound is good though.
Yes, yes, man. Listen, when they have that around here, man, I'm gonna tell you right. All you hear is me out front of the grocery store. Beep, beep, beep,
Yep.
beep, beep.
Yep.
I get a
I
U-Haul
just got
truck
a
and
whole I got a whole ribeye from my butcher that I always get my ribeye fat from last week. I was over buying ribeye fat and he goes, "Hey, next week," he goes, "we're going to have whole ribeyes on sale." And I think it was $9.99 a pound, which is still really good.
yeah, that's a
And
great
I was
price.
like, we got a quarter of a beef. I'm probably okay. And then by Thursday, I was like, "Hey, go ahead and cut me up one of those, put 2 in a package, 3/4 of an inch thick, leave half the fat on, the other part I'll buy, at it." And I think it was
Yeah,
$1.99 for the beef fat. So, and it was
yeah,
ribeye fat. So, but yeah,
yeah. I
I've
love
always
that.
got space. Yeah.
Doc V, my man is in the building. He says, "Hello, Russ and Laura," and it says, "You can stick it where the sun doesn't shine to Brett." There, yes. So there we go. Yeah, he said, "Hello, Russ and Laura, not you." I'm kidding. He put that in the chat before Brett got here. I'm just slow on the chat reading, and he did say, "Hello, Brett." I shamed him into that. Karen says, "Hello, Brett." Oh, that's Laura there. I love Laura's products. D. May Maver says, well, I can do you one better. I love Laura. How about that?
Hey, Laura, is that ribeye fat you get? Is that what you use in your products?
It is. That's all I use is I take ribeye fat. It's what I've done for almost 11 years because I just opened up the last jar of tallow that I made 11 years ago. And then everything else will be 10, 9, 8 and on down the road. Plus I make it all the time. And it's grass fed, grass finished. It's a guy that I actually graduated high school with. He supplies both of the fairways in Fort Madison, Iowa and Burlington. So that's where I get it. So I also know where it's coming from, which is nice.
So all of your
It's always
products.
good.
Yeah.
So you're
I
saying
need it.
so you're saying all of your products are made with beef tallow from just ribeye fat.
Correct.
Wow, that is it. Folks, only on the Keto Cookout can you get this type of inside information behind the scenes. We are going deep, family, deep into the process of Russell Brands today. Listen, those other products are going to give you ground beef tallow and brisket tallow. No, not Russell Brands. You are going to get ribeye tallow, 100% quality. You can't beat it. And get some today. Nene says, making a note, need Jack Daniels to get Laura to sing.
If we give Laura Jack Daniels, she doesn't usually end up singing. So we're just not going to go there.
Oh, my. It's not that.
Where's your dollars?
Yeah. I was going to say, yeah, where's G Brown when you need her? But anyway.
Oh, no, I get crazy. And I'm not mean. I'm just.
Yeah.
Friendly.
Yeah. But she's
so
not mean, but you're still going to have to bail her out. So
that's right.
Aid says broccoli is a made-up plant that didn't exist 150 years ago.
That's right.
That is true. It's hybrid. Yep.
I love that. Oh, look who's here. Sleepy.
Yeah.
Sleepy Bruce is here, man. He's got, I know he's fading fast, man. It's past his bedtime there. He's got his fuzzy pajamas on there. But man, always good to see you, brother. Glad. And said this. What's this about Russ braiding his hair? No. Although, listen,
his chest hair.
Yeah, no. You give me 2 weeks, man. I have the full afro going. I can rock all that. My hair grows so fast. I wish it didn't. No, we were talking about tincture, something that no self-respecting heterosexual man would find himself anywhere near. And
not true.
And so I was just saying that I'm afraid to take it because if I take any of that tincture, I have a feeling that I will have weird urges to braid hair. And I don't want to do that. So, I don't take it. Russ, you're worried about his voodoo tincture.
Yep.
Not voodoo tincture. I'm just not sure that it's, for men that
well, I guess if you want to think about it, it'd be similar to in the old days, like what you would call snake oil. It had some medicinal properties in it, and it's put into an alcohol. So I guess if you could be like it's elderberry vodka.
See, now that's something a man. Yeah, see, now I can take that in shots. I can make I can make elderberry vodka shooters. I can mix that with some club soda. Now we're talking. See, it's all about the presentation. If you say, "Hey, man, I got some elderberry vodka," I'm like, "Hey, give me 3." Hey, elderberry shots for everybody. I see that we can do. But when you roll up in the place, telling, would you like some tincture? Hell no, I do not. I do not want your tincture.
I do not.
Ooh, man, I'm getting a lot of mileage out of this tincture right there.
It's okay.
We are getting it, but no. If you are Metro or non-binary, then get your tincture. All you want from RussellBrands.com.
For the rest of us, I guess we'll get the elderberry vodka. We'll do it that way. Yeah. So, Brett, with doing the shampoo bars, have you found that you are transitioned well?
Yeah, I mean, my hair feels clean, and I like how it completely rinses out quickly. It's not like regular shampoo where you got to just rinse and rinse and rinse and rinse to get it off of you. So that's something I like about it. And, it doesn't feel like it's got conditioner in it. It feels a little coarse, I guess, or a little, I don't know. It's hard to describe. But after I get out and towel off and dry it, it feels just soft and great.
Yeah,
and that's what Robin says. I've been using a whipped tallow that Emma makes from Homestead How.
Yep.
Her and her sister Katie just started selling it, and I got some back at Hack Your Health. She gave me a little sample to try out, and I've been using that as a moisturizer. I put a little bit in my hair too, and it's
Heck
good
yeah.
stuff.
Good.
Yeah,
Really good
shout out to
stuff.
my girls, Emma and Kate, and Carrie and
Yeah.
the gang, Healing Humanity, Carnivore Mommy. So nice to see you, sis. Glad you're here. Haven't been here for a bit. Well, you have not missed anything. I'm just as much of an idiot as I was the last time you were here. Jenny's here. Good to see you, Jenny. Appreciate you being here tonight. And she needs more tooth powder. Yes. She needs more tooth powder. Well, oh yes, send her an email. Don't call her. You'll never get it. But
Now, if I know,
I'm
I
kidding.
know who it is.
I don't blame you for not wanting to talk to me. I barely want to talk to me too. So yes, I only stay up past 8 once a week. Tuesday nights. That's the night that Join is jumping over at Bruce's place, man. He's got the keto cookout on in there, and he ain't got no. I guarantee it. Listen, there's a guy I guarantee you ain't got no tincture. He is from Texas. Yeah, he ain't doing none of that tincture business.
I have sent several bottles of tincture to Texas.
Not to him, you didn't.
Several.
Not to him,
but I sent.
That's right.
But I did. There was men, and I think they're manly men.
Carnivorous grandma. Listen. Boy, I'm gonna tell you, Carrie has got people. You mentioned Healing Humanity, man, and here they come. I couldn't get it out, and here comes my girl Rob. You need to come on in this chat, sis. I need my sisters in the chat and come on in here, hang out with me. But I love you, sis. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well.
She's great. I get to see her at Hack Your Health.
Of course, she is the best.
She's awesome.
That is my girl to the end of the world. Even though she gave me a grunt one time on a live stream, and she knows what I'm talking about. I was talking about something. She said, See, yeah. See, the brothers, hey, listen, all the brothers know exactly what that means when you get to, yeah. Don't think I forgot that, but I love you anyway. I love the shampoo bar, squeaky clean.
Yeah.
Will I make my hair grow?
Well,
that's a negative, Ghost Rider.
I do have some shampoo bars that are rosemary, which rosemary essential oil is supposed to help with that. I think being carnivore sounds like, to me, most people, I hear a lot of fellas and ladies that had like the hair loss because of like the hormone issues.
Yeah.
That they just being carnivore helps them do that. So Dr. Vasquez, you look fine without hair. It's fine. You and Russ, you're fine.
Yeah, listen, I can tell you, but Doc wants to grow hair. I really don't. I wish I could switch with him. Shaving and all that stuff is really a pain. But what you can do, man, you get you some lemon juice and some vinegar, and you just rub it all around in there, real good. And it won't actually grow hair, but it'll pull that hair from the side, just start to pull it up to the top.
And it'll be nice and blonde if you go out in the sun with lemon on your hair. That would be interesting.
Yes, carnivore diet. Definitely. I think my man Todd Botner said he was growing hair, and I told him it was probably feathers. Yes, I told him it was probably feathers because he ate 3,600 eggs.
Oh,
I'm telling him it might not be hair; it could be feathers.
He does eat a lot of eggs. I think he said one time he's eaten 3 dozen at a time before.
Yeah,
but he doesn't eat all the whites. He eats mostly yolks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say I can do the yolks. Yeah. But now I can eat that many. If I can get 4 down, I'm doing pretty good. So yeah.
I usually do 8 to 10 at a time.
Wow.
Hey, my sister Rhonda's here.
Hey,
she called me the other day, and I didn't call her back because I was busy, and by the time it got too late, it was like 11:30, and I didn't call you. But I did get the call. I will call you later. Hope you're doing all right. Does the tooth powder whiten the teeth?
Absolutely.
Go ahead and answer that. Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead
So
if you need to
it
give
does.
It
also remineralizes your teeth, but it will whiten them because when you brush your teeth with the tooth powder, mixed with your saliva, you have this fluid that when you're done brushing, if you walk around for a few minutes, like if you're cooking a burger or something, and just swish that around like you would a mouthwash and then spit that out after a minute or two, you'll see that it also helps if you have sensitive teeth. I have a lot of people that have severe sensitive teeth, that has helped with. So, yep, it does.
Yes, and if you take the tooth powder and you wrap it in some rolling paper, and
Yeah.
it will actually function as a stick of dynamite as well. You can put it in, you can blow things up.
And if you get pulled over with it, they'll probably think it's something else, and it's not my fault.
I'm kidding. The tooth powder, I don't even think it's flammable. People don't pay any attention to me. I have
It is a
problems.
strange sensation to brush with tooth powder the first couple times you do it, but
It is
you know,
strange. Yeah.
but yeah, because you're just so used to the toothpaste and the way it foams up, and you just go all around your mouth with it. But after you do it a few times, it's fine. I don't mind
And
it at all.
that's good. My mom, she likes the paste way more. So she just mixes my powder with coconut oil, her organic
Oh,
coconut oil. And she does that because then you're getting that oil pulling also and helping to kill some of the bacteria in the mouth. So you can do that too if you do like that. I've gotten to where I like the powder, and I don't know if I could ever do a paste again. It wouldn't be one that's store bought for sure. I'm positive of that.
And you can mix it with elderberry vodka as well and swish it around in your mouth and have a good time.
That's
You can find
right. And we'll never call it a tincture again.
no. I'm not swishing anybody's tincture in my mouth. That is for sure. You will not see that on these YouTubes. Nope.
That's good.
Texas tincture, that's right. It's not going to make your hair fall out. That's what.
Yeah.
This is true.
Just go natural, Russ. Let the afro come out. No, man. Listen,
Yes.
if you ever seen Link from the Mod Squad, that's what you're looking at, man. Listen. The next week I'll come on here. I have an afro, and all you hear is boom, chicka, bow, bow, chicka, bow, bow. Yeah.
I think you should do a stack. Do the Fresh Prince stack. That would be awesome. Relive
Or
the
like
90s.
Yes. The stack. For all the brothers out there, that's what redneck Indiana people call a high top fade.
High top fade.
They call it a stack. That's right. That's right.
I just say what Kid and Play, the way he used to wear his hair. Yeah.
My man K Hill was like, what is that? What did he say?
That was a style that just didn't stick around very long, did it?
Yeah. That's all right, brother. Man, listen, I can be the bridge for you, man. I can be the bridge to the hip lingo for you. I got you, soul brother. So right on.
Look at what Bruce wrote. I like
Dynamite.
that.
They're not spelling it right. See, tincture. You're not putting you got to have the tink in there. See, it's the tink that really, the tink that keeps it non-binary. So it's no, listen, hair, I had a bad experience with a barber many years ago. And I went bald. This was probably 30 years ago, maybe longer. And I've been rocking this since my 20s. Before it was like, now it's kind of favorable where a lot of people wear it. But back when I did it, it wasn't so favorable unless you were somebody's grandpa. But yeah, it's just easier, simpler. Saved me a lot of barber money through the years too. And I'm cheap, so it works good. Yeah. Rick used to eat a dozen eggs a day. Now he eats iguana nipples.
And knuckles.
and duck web toe jam. There we go, brother.
Nothing goes
to
waste.
Give the tooth powder a try. Now, do you use it? Now, do people use it every day? Do some people use it, in between other things? Yep. Like,
nope.
Is it effective?
Most of the time, that most people use it twice a day. Once in the morning, once before bed. I'd say most of the time, I have never found one that's on the market and like your stores that didn't have ingredients that you don't want to have in it. Um, there's hydroxy-aluminum, there's fluoride. I mean, even the ones that are supposed to be clean, like my grandkids were using one called, I think, Tom. Maybe they also make like a
Yeah.
deodorant. Um, and it had fluoride in it. I mean, it had everything in it that the other ones have. It was just smaller print. I was like, okay, but it's still in there. So yeah, I
Yeah.
wouldn't put fluoride in my ex-husband's body. So
Cat Diamond, hey Cat, good to see you. Appreciate you being here. A Larson says, why can I buy a pound of sugar but not a pound of cocaine? Sugar is less
I
addictive.
can tell you why.
Because you don't know the right people. That was what
I would say because just come over to Illinois pretty soon. They've legalized everything else. As soon as they can figure out a way to make some money off of it, they'll let you have it.
Yes, I would like to say that was a joke, people. I do not know where you can get a pound of cocaine. Other than the movies, I've not even seen a pound of cocaine. But it's funny. I think it was Dr. Hampton that was talking about. They did a study with mice, and I guess I can't remember exactly how it went. But the moral of the story was they left the cocaine and went to the sugar. And I said to him, well, that doesn't tell you anything. Have you ever tasted cocaine? So he busted out laughing. He said, no. I said, well, if you had, you would know why I went to the sugar, because it's terrible. I once was involved in a drug, on the police side of a drug matter one time. But no, I understand what you're trying to say. And just say no to drugs, kids. This is not that kind of show. This powder is also awesome. Love the cinnamon. Yes, I have some cinnamon. That's what you sent me, because she had a bunch left over. She didn't send me the good stuff.
He didn't want the fairy spinnamin or the spearmint.
Oh, hey, listen, I used to chew spearmint gum. I'm not Santa's here. Look who is here. My friend Cynthia Stratton. I'm so glad you made it live. I guilted her into this. I shamed you into it, sis. Tell the truth, shame the devil. We were at the Keto Orlando Summit. We were hanging out, and I guilted her and shamed her into coming into a live stream. So you are here, and I am glad that you are here. Get the big bell bottoms out to go along with the afro. Yeah. Somebody's trying to go full on 1973 up in here, man. I was like, dynamite. Yeah, I'm gonna bring JJ from Good Times, and I'm gonna get Sherman Hensley. We're gonna get Wheezy and George Jefferson. He's gonna do it all. I had a high top fade for years. Listen, I had a bunch of hairdos too, man. I had a high top fade, man. I used to rock the Gumby. Which is the fade with the slant and the lines in the hair. Man, listen, I was smooth, man. I was back in the day,
Bobby Brown.
No, more like Heavy D. Okay, back in the day, we had the smooth big guys, man. See, and back in my day, man, you had Heavy D and Chub Rock, you had Men at Large, you had the Heavy and Handsome we were all about it back then, man. Big dudes, we got love back then. I'm telling you, man. And I was Big Daddy Papi Grande. So yeah, man, I was I was in them streets, y'all. That's all I'll say. I was in them streets. What were you doing back in them days, Brett? What were you doing in the 80s?
Oh, in the 80s, it was all mullet. Party in the front, business in the front, and party in the back.
I loved it, man. I grew up in the sticks of Ohio, so I am fully mulletized. I am fully mulletized, man. All the fellas had that. Not I.
Yeah, but, I rocked that thing all the way to about 1992.
Oh, I thought you were going to say all the way to 2022. That's what I thought you were going to say. Matter of fact, if you catch him,
I had a girlfriend make me cut it again. I had a girlfriend wanted me to cut it off. I did, and I never went back.
Yeah, there you go, man. Yeah, she did you a favor, brother. She did you a favor.
My generation of girls, I think we put an extra hole in the ozone with the Aquanet. You know, the
Oh man, did you
you
have
know,
a
just
some
ratted
big?
hair.
You had some big poofy blowout.
I had the sides all
Did the
slicked back.
wings
It looked
flip
like a
up
mushroom
there?
cloud. Looked like Hiroshima right there. It was just,
See,
yeah. You look
I
back at
would
pictures and you're like, "Ugh."
I would never
Yeah.
have guessed that. I would have guessed you for a ponytail or maybe some
No,
pigtails or something like that. I mean, you're a country girl.
I
You
do.
can't you
I like
cannot sit in a
pigtails.
tree stand all night with the big poofy hairdo.
Well, I don't do it now because I wouldn't want the smell of that stuff in my hair out there. And I do pigtails. I do them. It depends on what mood I'm in. So sometimes I do rock the pigtails. It just depends.
I gotcha. Christina. Yeah, I listen. You better come on in this here in this stream with me. I'm gonna ban you from my channel. I'm just saying. Christina says I would not put fluoride in my ex-husband's body.
It's
No,
true.
Christina,
I wouldn't give
she's
him a
like
statin.
yeah, she's
That's
like
what I
you.
always tell people. Yeah.
She knows
Yeah.
you. She's real smart. That's probably why she doesn't come on the stream with me. I don't blame you. Your IQ will lower at least 10 points being on a live stream with me. I can guarantee you that. Johnny says, does Russ think it's Tinkerbell tincture? Yes, maybe that's it. The Tinker, yes, you can't spell Tinkerbell without the tink. So
That's right.
that's nothing that starts with tink. I don't need it. Let's catch a square grouper. It's fit tongue fish now. Are you talking about fish now? Have you migrated? Have you depleted the iguana and duck population to the extent now that you're eating fish? Is that
I think he's
Has to go
I think he's
fishing.
talking about the pound of cocaine that's usually floating off the coast of Florida somewhere.
Oh, gotcha. See, I told you I didn't know anything about cocaine, people. There you go. Now I have got a second to that motion.
I think that's what he's talking about.
Yes, there you go. Sugar is definitely not less addictive. It's just a socially acceptable addiction. I love that. Shane. That's right. Hey, I will stoop to know. I have no bottom to my
Scruples.
shame. Yes, I need people in here to hang out with me. If I got to shame you into it, that's what I got to do. That is for sure. Peppermint tooth powder in AM, cinnamon in the PM. Yes. Somebody's breath is fresh and her teeth are super duper mineralized.
Yeah,
that's right.
Harrington. Doc says, well, would you believe I had an afro? Yes.
Yes,
I would, Doc, because you are a man of honor and integrity, and everything you say is the gospel truth. So, yes, I would absolutely believe you if you told me you had an afro. Greetings from Southeast Indiana.
There's Lisa C. She's my buddy. She helped me put on my last, both of the meetups that I've had.
Oh, I love that. Hey, why don't you talk about that a little bit, Brett? I saw a video, thumbnail and everything. You had a meetup recently. Why don't you talk a little bit about that? And
well, if you'd like to see Lisa C, my video that I put out, just going recapping the meetup. She's there with me in the video, so you can see Lisa C there. Let her in with me to do the recap video, and she's such a sweet lady, and she has her own little farm out in the country and raises ducks, and I get duck eggs from her, chicken eggs, and probably one of these days I'm going to try to get out there where she lives and maybe do a little video on how she raises her chickens and feeds them and does everything.
Okay, so she has ducks. Does she have a guillotine for the ducks? Because if she doesn't, I know a guy. I know a guy I can get her connected with that. If you need a duck guillotine, Lisa, if you need to, to behead any of them, I know a guy. And I can get you connected with the best in the business, man. He can decapitate a duck like he was born to do it.
She gets $1 an egg for those duck eggs, so she's not guillotining any ducks.
I was going to say she's probably got security guards for the ducks out there.
That's right. We had a great meetup. I rented a pavilion in a park that was right on a reservoir here in Indianapolis, and had a I wish we could have had a few more people come out. I mean, I still had, I think, 20 or 25 come out. It was warm, but we had a nice breeze coming in off the water.
Yeah.
And we grilled out. People brought their own meat, and I provided charcoal, and Lisa and her husband brought some grills, and everybody grilled their steaks and hamburgers and hot dogs and everything. And it was a really good time. And Carrie from Homestead House sent some T-shirts and stickers and bracelets and stuff that we gave away. And we actually raised some money for the Healing Humanity Power of a Proper Human Diet documentary. And everybody gave. And then I matched those donations. And we ended up donating $590 to the Healing Humanity documentary. So, yeah, it was great. I restored a cast iron skillet that I gave away. It was a Griswold 90-year-old cast iron skillet that I restored and gave away. Adam from Carnivore Today, who's helping film everything, Adam Lacey, he came out from Dayton and took pictures and talked to the crowd and socialized with everybody and gave everybody an update on what's going on with the movie. And there's a torch coming out soon, torch, like a 9-minute torch that they're still kind of putting the finishing touches on, and that'll be ready soon. And a couple of other people, they brought some stuff to give away, and heck, we had more giveaways than we had people to give them away to. Yeah. So everybody left with something, and had good time, good memories, and good food. And actually, I had after everybody left, one of Lisa C's friends that she knows that has their own ranch, cattle ranch, came out, and he brought out some grass-fed, grass-finished ribeyes. Him and his wife and their 3 kids came out, and we spent a couple hours grilling some more meat. And I'm going to do like a review and go out and visit them on their ranch. And it's called Ripley Cove Farms, and they're in Southeast Indiana. So,
I love it, man.
Do you know if they do mail order?
They do. Yeah, it's Ripley. I'll type it in the chat. Their website. And you can go check out them.
There were a couple of.
I thought their prices were real reasonable too.
There were a couple of those folks in Texas too. They put some flyers out. I can't think. There were a couple of ranches in Texas that do mail order with grass-fed stuff, and that I didn't keep it. And I think Peterson Farms, don't they have grass-fed stuff too?
Doesn't who?
Peterson Farms. They've sponsored several different events that I've been to. They have like meat sticks and different things like that. They're actually pretty good. They put a couple samples in my bag at a couple different places, and it was actually pretty tasty. And I think they had a booth at KetoCon. They were giving away hats and stuff, but I don't think they do. I don't know what they do. I know they have meat sticks and jerky and things like that. I don't know if they have actual steaks and that, but it's Pederson, Peterson Farms. I've had the same hairstyle since 1983. There you go, man. And it still looks good, brother. Looking smooth. 80s, I like big butts. Wasn't big because Twiggy people. There you go. And parted down the center, long and straight. I guess we're talking about hairstyles.
Yep.
Aiden says, I've been on a clean carnivore diet for 20 months now. My IQ has gone up 7 points from 40 to 47. I love that. Yes.
I love her.
Yep. It did snow in Miami. Oh, Bruce is out. Good night, Bruce.
Good night, buddy.
My man is headed. It's past his bedtime. Kel says, is there a coupon code for the tooth powder? No, brother. Full price. No discounts.
Well,
Matter of
I
fact,
sell it extremely cheap.
yeah,
does.
for that we're charging
does.
you double. If you ask for a discount, you get double. That's how it goes. So you get one for the price of two, brother. That's what you get for trying
That's
to
right.
ask for a discount. I got you, sis. I got you. I know how to handle the
Mhm.
those guys. Okay, I'm late to the tooth powder. Oh, send russellbrands.com. Our girl Laura Russell has fabulous lines of products, tooth powders, lotions, shampoos, tinctures,
Tinctures.
tinctures, which for the non-binaries, and so, all kinds of wonderful things. Many of us in here use the products. I have some tooth powder, and I have some tinctures, which I are on
I
way on
won't
the other
use.
side of the house. And yeah, and
Oh,
no,
if
I'm
you
teasing,
get
but
sick enough, you'll crawl across
she's
there and you'll be like,
yeah.
it's just elderberry vodka.
Yes, that's what I have. Everybody, yes, it says tincture on the bottle, but it's I know what it really
Take it
is
off.
inside. But yes, so yes, you can go to russellbrands.com and everything is made and packed with love. But definitely go to the website. Don't call it, you'll never get it. So listen, here, this duck farm. So yes, that's what I was just explaining to our girl Lisa. I know this man right here
Careful.
makes the finest duck guillotines on the planet. He's a personal friend of mine. He will hook you up like a tow truck if you want a clean experience for. I guess it doesn't just work for ducks. I guess he could make it for a chicken or a husband. I
Beef.
mean, something.
It's pretty messy.
Something else.
Although we do have a hog farm on
Lisa
the end of
says, hey,
town.
hey, Carnivore Mommy, she's right there with Bruce there. She's got to go to bed. Nighty night, Carnivore Mommy. Appreciate you coming in, hanging out. Cast iron is the original nonstick pan.
Yep.
That's right.
It is indeed.
They're wonderful.
Yes, yes, Cynthia. Right here along the bottom, there's a ticking. There is a in the scroll there, the ticker.
Banner.
RussellBrands.com. That is her.
Yep.
That
With a
is
Z.
her.
Got to put a Z.
Russell
If you put an
Brand.
S,
Russell.
it'll
Yes.
take you to a funny British guy.
Yes. Yeah. Russell Brands.
Yep.
Yeah. .com. And Willis Sprung says, honey, I bought you a new weight loss tape. Yes, we are all excited about that. Shout out to my man Kerry, and he's doing this thing. This is, if for those of you who are interested in the finest in Indiana, grass-fed, grass-finished beef. I don't know exactly when, but I think Brett is working on a September meetup. If not, that's okay. No pressure, brother. No pressure. I know you just had one. But,
well, as my wife reminded me that our wedding anniversary is that weekend, or it's just like a couple of days before that. So I think we're probably going to end up doing something that weekend. But if you're going to be in town, like for a couple of days, I definitely want to meet up with you for dinner or something. Maybe,
yes, I'll definitely be.
Round up a couple of people.
Absolutely. I'll definitely be in the Indianapolis area on Friday night for sure.
Oh, okay.
If we're going to do something, I can stick around Saturday night if we're going to do something Saturday night, but I'll definitely be there Friday night for sure.
Friday night, would probably be great.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to,
we'll go wreck a restaurant somewhere.
Yeah, we can go to the races. If you guys, I don't know if you guys have ever been to the races there. We can certainly do that. You can get a table in there. Yeah, they have a pretty good restaurant. I haven't been there for a decade, but the last time I was there, and I've been there many, many, many times, they have a very good restaurant.
They have a steakhouse there.
Yeah, it's just they serve steaks, and it's kind of it's not like it's a nice restaurant. It sits up above the track, so you can look down over the track, and it's a really nice nice place. Probably too classy for us. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, depending on how many people, if it's just a few of us, we can get some tables. Or I think they do have a couple of rooms party rooms, I think, if you have a group bigger than 10. So you can certainly, that's an option, you know, if you guys want to go to the races. They race Friday night and Saturday night. And we can have dinner and that kind of stuff, or not. You know, I've seen I've seen a million horse races in my life, so it's all the same to me. But some people like to do that as a fun outing.
Yeah, we can put the word out and see who just wants to meet us for dinner. You know, just kind of a casual get together and enjoy a meal.
Yeah, I love that. Aid says, I make my own ground beef, 10% beef heart, 20% beef liver, 30% beef fat, and 40% beef meat. Naturally dense superfood.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you have a grinder and that kind of stuff? Do you have one, or do you have like a KitchenAid or something like that has an attachment? Is that?
I do. I have 2 KitchenAid mixers. That's what I use. I've never used them as a mixer ever one time, but I have the grinder attachment. But I usually put kidney in as well, because kidney is probably almost as healthy for you as liver, but doesn't have that. I don't know. I know some people really like liver. I just feel like I can't hardly choke it down.
No.
Yes, I've said this many times. Brothers don't eat organs. We do, however, play the organ. So that's how we roll. Trey Brinson, my brother, good to see you, man. Trey says, congratulations on your win. I had a horse that won tonight in Columbus.
All right.
Yeah, so thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Good to see you. Tell my man Mike I said, hey, if Riley's over there with you. Nobody knows who that is but me and you, but we're the only two that matter. But Riley's around there lurking somewhere. Tell him I said, hey. Say, my friends recommended the British casino weight loss method. I've already lost 50 pounds. Bullet spine.
Hey, good job.
That's great. I feel there's a punchline somewhere there, the British casino weight loss method. Call it the comedian in me. I sniff out
a joke somewhere.
Yeah, I get the spidey senses. As soon as it says, yes, well done. No, that's great, Aid. I appreciate that. I don't have any of that kind of stuff. I just have regular old-fashioned ground beef. See, I told you that. Yeah, will do. I'll see him in the morning. I knew he was lurking around there somewhere. Those are my buddies.
Yeah, cool.
Kidney has great levels of DOA. That does not mean dead on arrival. That reduces histamine reactions for those with overactive immune systems. See, she is exactly what I said, an encyclopedia. One day we got to get her on here with us to give us some of her knowledge. She is down under. She's not in America. But it is good.
Neither are we.
No, yeah.
Not really.
Jacksonville, Florida. Listen, I'm just coming down off of the Olympic high. I'm very patriotic. I don't know if you guys watched any of the Olympics or any of that stuff. But I love the Olympics. I love the flags waving in the USA. And, man, those basketball games were incredible. Steph Curry, man, did he show up for us. It was a close, tight game, and he just put the team on his back. He refused to lose, and he was unbelievable. And same way with the women. Very close, tight games, down to the wire games. And America.
1 point.
Yes, we most of the time we find a way to win. It's that American spirit, which leads me to something else. This is crazy. And I should have started out with this earlier. I saw I can't remember where I saw it, that they're in the kitchen, like Olympic Village, where they were feeding the athletes. They didn't have any meat.
They were trying to make them vegan.
Yes, the French government or powers that be, I don't know who's in charge of all that, had tons of vegetables, little bits of meat, and the athletes were complaining about it.
Yep.
And later on in the week, they brought in eggs and meat, but they were talking about the planet and all this stuff. And I'm just like, that's why we beat you guys, because we eat meat.
That's right.
This is the land of the free and the home of the Whopper. Okay?
That's right.
So that's why
you have your monopoly.
Yeah, that's why we run past you on those tracks. That's why your basketball team can't beat us, because you're over there trying to get what you need out of arugula and bok choy.
Yeah.
And we are over
Yeah.
here with steaks so big show dogs can't jump over them. So yeah, but I thought that was very interesting. And I didn't hear about that on the broadcast or anything like that, but a lot of the athletes were complaining. As a matter of fact, the Great British Olympic team brought in their own chefs to make their own food for their athletes because they couldn't get what they wanted from that is crazy. Well, listen, the Olympics are in LA next go around in 2028, so they may or may not have that problem out there because California is
something.
Yeah, listen, it's Paris West. But no, listen, we ain't doing nothing to keep our athletes from winning. I can tell you that. We are Americans. We don't like to lose.
Right.
So yeah, every nutty kooky vegan out there is like, hey, we're not going to get the gold medal if we don't get some beef in here. They will bring a whole farm in there because we like to win.
That's right.
Says the IOC dictated 65 of the athletes' food must be plant-based. That is crazy. Yeah. That is absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
Well, my friends, the time has come. I think we have fulfilled our obligation to the family.
Yeah.
We are here on Tuesday nights hanging out, the show about nothing, but we talk about our keto lives and we talk about life in general. We talked about hair, blowouts, afros. We talked about all of it
and
today.
Tincture.
We talked about the need that no heterosexual man has for tinctures. Yes, we covered it all. So where else can you get that kind of entertainment here, man? The Keto Cookout is where you need to be on Tuesday nights. You need to get some courage. Come on in the stream with us and hang out with us and share your story, tell a joke. All that kind of stuff. That's what we do here. We just love to be around the family, love to have fun and laugh. If you want to learn something, go somewhere else. You're not going to learn anything here, but you are going to laugh, have a good time, and that's important too. So you got all the doctors out there and all the scientists. Hey, we need some clowns, and I'm doing my best to fulfill that need.
Who's coming up next week?
My man Rick will be here. Quackity Quack Man will be up with us next week here doing what he does, Iguana Tales. And, he'll be talking about the ducks that he slaughtered and the iguanas that he hopes to slaughter and whatever else comes to mind. You can never tell. You can never tell what's going to come up. But that is my guy. That's my buddy. He's the best. I love doing the show with him. So it'll be Rick next week. And until then, everybody be safe. Keep your protein and fat high and keep your carbs low. And we will see you next Tuesday night on the Keto Cookout.
All right.
See ya.
Bye, everybody.